This is a lifeline and achievements of Confucius the great philosopher.
It is Confuscius here. I don't exactly know why I'm here, 'cause I'm supposed to be dead. But I grew my hair out, and I got it colored. Well, if you're here to learn about me, you're at the right place.
So, Confucius, when were you born?
I was born during 551 BCE.
Where were you born?
I was indeed born in the Lu state of China. I cannot seem to speak today, for I'm not particularly used to being alive or speaking English.
I've heard that in your youth you were the royal state of something. What would that have been? And why didn't you pursue it?
The royal state of song. But I grew up becoming a philosopher, not a song teacher. I do not dwell on music, I dwell on philosophical thought.
Do you remember what dynasties or eras you lived through?
I lived through what was to be known as the Spring and Autumn era. I lived through the Han, Qin, and Warring Ages.
So, when did you think your texts became most popular?
My texts became most, famous during the Warring phase.
Very insightful. So, how do you think you helped China during its hard time?
I had founded the sociological and psychological foundation of China's thoughts and processes.
Did you found any schools during your successful time?
I did a school called the Ru School, which also eventually came to be known as the Confucius School.
Did you have a wife or kids or anything of that sort?
Married a young girl and had a son named Kong Li.
Do you remember who you learned with, what you learned, anything from your past?
Studied with the Taoist master Lao, and I came with the saying, "He who learns but not thinks is lost, and he who thinks but not learns is in danger."
Do you remember how many disciples you had?
I don't exactly remember how many disciples I had. It's been a long time. Over 2,000 years. I don't remember.
What were your teachings and what were they based on?
Teachings became known as Confucianism. My ideals were that instruct the eager and enlighten the fervent.
But I mean, what did they emphasize?
Teachings often emphasized morality, speech and the arts, government, and anything I felt was needed to be taught.
Do you compare yourself with any other physiological figures?
Many people claim I'm comparable to the philosopher Socrates in the West.
And last but not least, don't mind me asking this, but when did you supposedly die?
I apparently had died in 479 BCE, but I am still here.
Well, thank you, Confucius, about the insight on your life.